Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Miami Dolphins. Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Miami. A short kick taken at the 18. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Bridgewater going to throw right away. And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
That was a nice job defensively of disguising their coverage and making it difficult for the quarterback to lock in on a receiver. And it results in an incomplete pass.
First carry for Raheem Mostert. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
In motion, Hill. On 3rd down, Bridgewater. Getting this out to the flat, Mostert. And they're going to get him down well short of the first, as he can only get this to about the 19. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Bridgewater to throw for it on 4th. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And he will have a Dolphins first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Up the middle they go with Mostert. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. In motion, Hill. From the 45 on 2nd down. Bridgewater. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Excellent defensive effort to get to him and provide a little contact before the catch could be made cleanly.
Seventh play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. To the sideline, he's got the catch, and he kept the feet in bounds. Well done. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 39-yard line. Bridgewater to throw it. There's the former Chief, man they watched for years, Tyreek Hill. So the completion good for 7 there. And that will bring up 2nd down. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far in the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
On 2nd down, Mostert. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
That's another Dolphins first down. 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. Here we go now on 1st and goal. Here's Mostert. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and goal.
Mostert will score. Touchdown, Miami. And that caps off what was really a balanced opening drive for them, Charles. They worked in the rushing game and the aerial attack, and they ended with a touchdown.
Strong in so many ways, wasn't it, partner? Their ability to throw it and run it and accomplish their goal. They've got to like the way that they started this ball game.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and it's now a 7-0 game. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
They're on the 17-yard line.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Mahomes now on 1st down. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. Coming up on a 2nd and 6. Here's Mahomes to throw. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Give them 3 yards there on the 1st down pickup. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That goes for a Chiefs 1st down, 14 yards. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Jerick McKinnon. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Mahomes firing complete, and he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 39. We got to like what you're seeing from this offense here on the first drive. A nice, sustained series to begin the game, and it will continue after picking up another first there.
Would you say the word methodical comes to mind? I love the execution. I love what they're doing on this drive. They're controlling the ball, controlling the game, controlling the clock.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now here's Mahomes. Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Look at the big man rumble. 20, 10, 5, and he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown. We thought this defense would be opportunistic, and they were. Here, you're already up. Now you got a 2-touchdown lead. I tell you, going out there on defense, did they have a little bit of extra momentum with a score already on the board?
Oh, without a doubt. That already felt good to them. They took it and used it and obviously put up another one. But here's the thing now. Some defense coordinators might want to pull their guys back a little bit because they don't want them to make mistakes because they're too overamped. Others say, I've got 2-touchdown lead. Go get them, guys. They'll be even more aggressive.
And he returns this to the 22.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw complete there to Smith-Schuster. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. That's their second, so they'll have one remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on third down. Now Mahomes. And the pressure gets to him again. Jalen Phillips, the former first-rounder, getting in there for the sack. On fourth down, Tommy Townsend to punt for Kansas City. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
They'll start on the ground with Mostert. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense. A little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Once again, it's Mostert. And the Chiefs D closes in on him again, and they drop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with third and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it first and 10 now out past the 20. They'll try to throw here now. Bridgewater. Got a man complete to Cedric Wilson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10. Running the counter with Mostert. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. A run with Mostert up the middle. And some room to maneuver. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. 63 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. 2 minutes to play first half. It's 14-0. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
When a drive goes this long, you have to give a lot of credit to the guys up front, those big fellas, because the offensive line is putting something together that allows them to continue to control the ball. I know a lot of people think they get fatigued on a long drive. Actually, a lot of times the reverse happens. They actually get energized because they're controlling the ball, and they're the ones dictating to the defense.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Here's a handoff to Mostert running left. Down to about the 32. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Bridgewater. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
You can't admire his willingness to sacrifice his body to try and pick up the first down, and I do. But let's face it, you know his coaches are going to warn him about diving or extending for a marker for this exact reason. So much easier to have the ball knocked free when you're extended like that. So if you're going to dive, you got to make sure you secure the football, which he didn't.
And this one caught by Travis Kelce. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Mahomes now to throw. Looking right sideline, that's complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 15 more yards there, and quickly another 1st down. Throwing now is Mahomes. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
Looking left side, and it's complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Juju Smith-Schuster in the final seconds of the first half. And the Chiefs are on the board here in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that'll make our score 14-7. time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. He was looking for Tyreek Hill that time, and that'll bring up second down.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
Final play of the half, Bridgewater. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It'll be the Chiefs football to begin quarter number 3, and they trail here as we are back underway now on EA Sports. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively. Virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Now a throw for the All-Pro Kelsey is complete. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. 23 yards to pick up there. From the gun, he'll hand this off. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On play action, it's Mahomes. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Mahomes going to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he will have a Chiefs first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Gonna need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. They'll look to throw here. Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelsey. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 39. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Looking deep downfield. And it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess. That allows for extra yardage on the return.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, these are the situations that really test the defense, those sudden changes. They're already inside field goal range to start the possession. Their goal now, keep it to a long kick, if indeed they end up trying one.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Flushed out right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And that's incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right, and this will stay at a 7-point game. Down here in the third quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, and one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
And going deep for Hill. And this is caught inside the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And for a while when this place opened, all the talk was about punts hitting the Giants scoreboard here in Arlington. I don't think we ever heard about a pass hitting the scoreboard, but that's probably about as close as you're going to get. That one was way up there.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. And that one spanning an even 65 yards in the air, according to Next Gen Stats. And he's got his tight end, Gesicki, in the end zone. Touchdown, Dolphins. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Dolphins go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now 21-7. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal.
Travis Kelce. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Travis Kelce, 75 yards. And the Chiefs are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third. Extra point by Butker is on target. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Here's Bridgewater. Steps away to now the pressure comes and he goes down just inside the 10, back at the 9. It was Frank Clark that time who got in there to bring him down. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 3rd and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. They're going to look to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Ron Thornhill. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner, forget starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. To throw, it's Mahomes. Caught on the slant. Touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster on a touchdown pass from Patrick Mahomes. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21-all the score as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the fourth quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. On the handoff, this is Mostert. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. A handoff running left is Mostert. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Thanks to Frank Clark, that play was doomed from the start. What a job defensively.
Sometimes that's the danger of putting that jumbo set out there. You just get a lot of bodies massed in one location. You could wind up with 18, 20, maybe even all 22 in the box, and there's nowhere to run the football.
On 2nd and 12, Bridgewater. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
On 3rd down, Bridgewater. He's going to look deep down the field. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Then all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jalen Waddle, 57 yards. And the Dolphins answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the fourth. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And they will take a 7-point lead. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. 2nd down, McKinnon. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They run once more with McKinnon. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. That's a burst right there.
It's caught inside the 25. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Straight ahead they go with McKinnon. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Patrick Mahomes, a 13-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. It's brought in by Wilson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50.
That's good for the Miami Dolphins. First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
They hand it off to Mostert. He fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down. And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, Bridgewater sliding out of the pocket. He'll look to Gesicki on the out route. Ball is caught. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 39.
That's good for the Miami Dolphins. First and 10 at the 39-yard
line. This is Mostert. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up second down. But Jarius Sneed up to make the play defensively. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. Coming up on 2nd and 7. Bridgewater to throw it. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
But to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
That's Waddle. He's got the catch on the out route. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Back to the running game with Mostert. Down to the 25. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Mostert. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
Partner, you got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert, and he'll be stopped short of the first down right around the 18-yard line. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. So a big one coming now for Jason Sanders. This to almost certainly win the football game. Sanders' kick is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. The home crowd here absolutely loves it, as they should, getting the field goal in the closing moments and likely going to get out of here with a W.
A W, celebrations all around. How about how everyone's going to leave this stadium, right? And you know something? He probably makes more money than most of the 60,000 people here, but they're all willing to buy him dinner tonight, aren't they?
Oh, they don't care. He's a man of the people right now. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
And the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
Well, it took us until the final play, Charles, to officially decide a winner, although on that last play they were so backed up it would have taken a miracle, and they couldn't get that miracle done.
Well, I like how you stayed with it, because we both knew that this had to go down to the last play, and neither side was going to exhale until that play concluded, because we've seen the improbable before. A couple laterals, maybe some poor defense on the back end. They might have gone all the way to the end zone. In this case, though, it didn't happen. Perhaps next time.